The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree? I'm jacked.
I'm jacked to the tits!
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session as we have a little bit of a down day today in crypto. All round I think actually, I think a few stocks are down today as well. All eyes on GME from Roaring Kitty's feed last week. Best poker player in the game I've ever seen. Brilliant stuff. I think we're potentially in for a busy week. Been saying for a while, I thought we might be in for a little bit of a busy summer. And I think that will continue as we do see a little bit of a down day today. Okay, so we're going to have a look at Bitcoin, ETH, and just going to have a look at where we've come from and where we can potentially go in the coming hours and days. Okay, as I see this being a little bit of a big week for us. A couple of things to watch out for. Okay, US inflation rate decision. JPow coming out back onto the stands later on to give us a rate decision. Europe has already dropped rates. UK is the 20th. I believe, yeah, BOE is Thursday the 20th. So do they all follow suit? I'm sure the Europeans wouldn't have dropped their rates without the say-so of the USA. So got a feeling we could be in for a little bit of a soft inflation print. Maybe a drop rates. Even if they don't drop rates, if we just get a little bit of standstill, could give us a little bit of further risk on in the markets for the coming summer. So that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, a little bit red there. Let's have a quick look at where we've come from. So yeah, all last week, if you joined us on the lives, basically, we did get a little rise up to that 72k level. We had invalidation for head short positions just above 72k. And that held all week, to be honest. So yeah, last week, no change of plan here on Bitcoin. Little bit of downward violence in PA, price action, before higher time frame breakups to all-time high. And that's what I've said all last week, to be honest. 67, 65k looked to be the main order block. 72k offers still holding for now. And that was all last week. So I'm trying to tweet these out a little bit with Leviathan's brilliant timestamp tweets, okay? So I'm trying to get these out. Trying to get on the lives as well. So if you're missing any of those, Tuesday's Discord, we were saying that, look, open interest too high here. We're hitting supply. We don't think this higher time frame range is ready to break out just yet. There's unfinished business below. Okay, so just remember these levels, monthly open. It's actually where we are now. So trying to get these out. Join us on the Discord on Tuesday. We will be live later on in the Discord. And then on a Thursday, we go live on YouTube where you can join the chat. Trying to keep everyone up to date with, you know, thoughts and processes that we go through. It's never just a case of classic tier. We always follow the order flow in the TRDR console. So yeah, that was last week. Then basically, yeah, from hitting those supply levels in the console through various exchanges, it was a case of, you know, we start to get that down move, don't we? Okay, so let's go find some BTC bid and then we'll revisit the highs on less supply. Where price action is still currently coming down now. Even yesterday morning, okay, Monday, Multiverse BTC View. You know, just share this with anyone. I don't believe in alpha decay, but 72k off is still present. 67.5 monthly open and range POC would be the first area of interest for risk on, okay? But major order blocks still hiding down in 66, 65k zone, which is the optimal area. I still believe that, and we'll go and have a look at the order flow with you guys today. As early longs yesterday, so this is yesterday, probably get whacked here. Have a great day. Okay, so that was us yesterday, and all we did yesterday was really float up and just start attacking this 69k value area high. Reason why I don't think we were quite done yesterday is volume's coming down. Okay, so we've had bearish divergences for a while now, a few days into, you know, towards the end of last week as retail longs come in. Funding was still pretty chill, but retail longs were in as you've got sustainably high open interest. Nice volume king cluster there if you're familiar with this. Go and watch the video if not. So yeah, even yesterday all we did was come up and tap this just under 70k zone value area high, and we're now presently down at the monthly open there. Okay, so yeah, anyone telling you to long your longs up at that 72k zone, you maybe want to have a rethink. Ethereum exactly the same, similar levels to to Bitcoin in percentage downwards moves. I was expecting really 3.5k. Yeah, so if you are struggling with price action, okay, and you're just basically following people blindly, people on Twitter posting green candles while you're at 72k, maybe go and check out our academy course, okay? Go and have a look at this and see if it's of any interest. We do have some free videos also that link to my YouTube and Bennett's old videos there. But yeah, go and have a look at the courses here, certainly, and it may be of interest to you and maybe really help you out. Once you start to follow the data and just flow with where the data leads you, you will become miles more comfortable in your trading and investing journey. All right, guys, so see the link below and go and check this out. So yeah, basically, we're still looking for a little bit of a downwards move. If we just go and have a quick look at the trading view chart where we are then. So this is our 1 hour, okay? So we were saying last week we're getting bearish divergences into spot supply up here. This is our larger time frame for our range right here, guys, okay? So just looking at trading view for the minute. Big order blocks there up into 72. All we did last week was whack those. We're still pretty confident that we're going to get a down move. It's never a certainty. We all know that the market will do whatever the fuck it wants, won't it? But was pretty certain that we had unfinished business down here, okay? So we're now currently auctioning price down at the monthly open and the value area low of this smaller 4-hour range here, okay? If I just extend the point of control from the larger time frame range, we'll see what quite an important area this is. So you've got major points of control right down here at 67. Ideal scenario, I'd still like to go and whack some lower order blocks into 66. If we can go and tap just below 65, which is this 4-hour 700 MA, if you're familiar with that, well, I was shilling that one last time. Then that would be all the better, I would say. Let me just go and find that tweet for you. So that was the last time we were into that zone, okay, that 4-hour 700 MA, and we hit BTC diamonds from the TRDR console. Spot bid was, you know, really bid down here. We had bullish divergence, everything, okay. So I do try and update these as much as I can, and I actually posted that one in the YouTube shorts as well. So just keep an eye on those and hit the alerts on those. But yeah, really nice. So if we do get wicks into there, all the better, you know. We are still ranging, so don't worry about that. We are still ranging in weekly, daily trend, okay? So daily and weekly trend for our range. You can still come down here and just tickle below 65k, and I think it's still going to look good, you know. You're still going to be on trend, all right? But yeah, 1 hour time frame, we've really just whacked this down. So last week, up in all this chop, we were basically saying, look, open interest is still too high. You've still got order blocks lower at the 65k level, set your alerts. And we've got the monthly open that's untapped, okay? So all in this area, if people were telling to long your longs, just have a rethink. Yeah, go and check out that academy and just have a read and trust the data, to be honest. All right, guys. So yeah, coming down now into monthly open, what we'll do is, quick look at ETH. I think ETH is very similar. I'm just going to go to a 4-hour on ETH, actually, and reset that, okay? So ETH's very similar. And again, posted yesterday morning that I think we need to test some lower levels. Obviously, just faking out this kind of meme triangle we've got going on at ETH at the minute. Just pull that range across, a point of control a lot higher there. But yeah, I think ETH could really do with just, yeah, deviating a little bit lower. So bottom end of this order block, 3.5k. Bear in mind, only $100 lower. You've got a 382 fib. If you're into that kind of classic TA, you've got 382 fib. Do we go and whack below 3.5, hit that 382 fib, find some really good demand? I think that's doable if Bitcoin's going to attack under 65k as well, okay? Go and attack this zone, bounce around, and then, yeah, I'm game for a little bit of a rise up towards the end of June, to be honest. End of June into July. Go and attack, find some bid, get the bears a little bit frothy, okay, that they think they're going to get lower prices like we always get, rinse and repeat that kind of sentiment where they think they're getting lower prices, and let's just run it up, okay? But yeah, watch out for a little bit of volatility maybe a little bit later on. All right, guys, so right, let's go and have a look at the TRDR console and have a look at some pure raw data with the order flow and see what we can foresee coming. Right then, guys, so here we are in the TRDR console and just on the multiverse view at the minute, and we can see how really obvious these order blocks are. So it's taken a little bit of time, but we're now coming down just to whack some of these really big order blocks. Largest one being that 65k on BTC, 3.5k on ETH. Now, these entities, okay, these can maybe hold and maybe they fill and we get the reversal right here. I would be in favor of a little bit lower, okay, so tickle a little bit lower. You know, real volatility, just attack just under 65k on BTC. Let's go and attack that 3.5k, 3.4k level on ETH, and then we'll go from there. Doge, not much to see, a little bit of spot bid, but I think we're going to attack lower. If you're into Doge, I would be looking at 0.134, and Solana starting to get spot bid now. 145 I would look at, okay, you know, especially on an altcoin. If BTC is going to take that little dip, we all know that the altcoins are going to drop a little bit further. All right, so let's go and have a little bit of a closer look at what BTC is actually doing. Just going to go to a 15-minute time frame and have a look through the exchanges as usual with you guys, okay? So not a lot to see from Bitfinex. They've actually got a little bit of supply just hanging around a little bit higher. No major order blocks from them. Bitstamp, very market makery as usual from those guys. We've just obliterated that order block there, and it looks like they want to push this a little bit lower. Coinbase Pro, okay, they want 65k. This exchange is becoming a little bit more relevant. They don't do the kind of volume that Binance and Bybit do, but Coinbase is becoming a lot more relevant nowadays, okay? Interesting to see Kraken really bid into the 65k level again. Okay, really bid. They'd even someone's cheekily bidding down below there at 64k. Qcoin, nothing to see. The really interesting one though, that we saw in the socials yesterday is Binance Perps. Okay, Binance Perps 64.5. Little bit of a distance away. Don't think you're going to do it in one clip, but I like the confluence with this and the classic tier that we are seeing, okay? So a little clip under 65, maybe in the coming days would be really good. Come down here, fill this entity, and then fill some of this. Use these guys as a bit of liquidity as well. That'd be really good. That's the main thing to look for, I would say, on BTC. All right, guys, so if you're unfamiliar, when we were on the live last week, what we were basically looking at, there was 15-minute but also 1 hour bearish divergences, okay, as we came up into this zone. So this is what we're basically seeing on the live all last week, okay, as we're in continued spot supply. We actually wicked just over 72, so 72.1, okay, so never, you know, if you are hedging a spot position, hedging a perps position for a short downward, you never have your stop bang on 72 or the like, do you? Okay, so you have it a little bit higher, but yeah, bearish divergences, okay, from both perps and spot, as retail are trying to long the longs in this little area. Why would you do that? Again, volume king cluster, absolutely perfect. If anyone executed just over 72, yeah, we're really well done. Absolute sniper form there. So really good from the volume king template. Continues to really perform well and give us really good feedback and data in this market, okay? There you go as well. Just looking at perps as well, you can just see the spot, and then yeah, we did wick a little bit higher, but and then if you actually look at the spot chart as we were up there, supply, this was always your invalidation, the 72k. So I can understand people, you know, kind of maybe hedging a position in here. It's down to trader execution. You really want to execute as close as you can to these levels and have your stop just above. I mean, your stop at 73 would have been ideal. But then when we hit that volatility last week, you didn't even quite breach this level. I think spot went a little bit higher actually, but didn't quite breach that level. Let me just go to a 15-minute time frame for you guys and zoom in there. Okay, so there you go. You know, this was always your invalidation. Stops, ideally, if you're executing here, that would have been your execution. And 2.5. So yeah, your stops really wanted to be just above 73. When we hit that point, yes, the open interest was just skyrocketing here, really skyrocketing. I remember it last week, we were chatting in the Discord, and it was just a case of, look, you're not going to have a higher time frame breakout from this zone when you've got unfinished business down here, okay, and the open interest is just absolutely skyrocketing. So that's where we were last week and the discussion we were having. So yeah, let's see what we get today. As I say, this would be your ultimate. 65 and below would be absolutely Gucci if we can get down there. I think that'd be really, really good. Obviously, you're also going to feel a little bit of pain as well, okay? So if we do come down here, dominance is up a little bit. You're also probably going to find a little bit of pain. One thing I did want to point out is basically if you are not following Mr. Monkey, go and follow Mr. Monkey on Twitter, Mr. Monkey at Mr. Monkey TRDR, okay, because he'll quite often be very, very on the ball and catch his stuff and see stuff before I do, to be honest, and I have to, you know, guys like this in the TRDR socials will then make me go and look at stuff. So what you don't want to see is BTC dominance rising like this. So basically he was pointing out that BTC dominance is rising, your altcoins are still going to suffer here, okay? You don't really, you know, and especially if you're looking for longs, you don't want to see your dominance rising like this. Okay, so we do have BTC dominance as well in the TRDR console. You don't want to see your BTC dominance rising like this, as you've got bearish divergences, high open interest, and price looks like it wants to come down. Okay, so yeah, definitely really good call. Made me a little bit happy that we're going to come down a little bit lower yesterday as well, with confluence of other things going on. Interesting to see. Petrodollar closing. If you're not familiar with what that is, go and do some research where you've been for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And yeah, a few things going on from Apple as well, actually. RDR, interesting to see that they're going into the Apple iPhone App Store potentially, or some kind of background working app. And yeah, still can't get bearish because higher time frame on BTC weekly and daily looks good. And BlackRock are just eating into the supply, giving us more shock and all there, aren't they? So yeah, interesting. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. A couple of guys really, really good and on the ball. Certainly made me look at what is going on. Okay, so yeah, busy week. I think it will be a busy week. Let's go and grab some liquidity lower if the crypto gods will give us it. Under 65 for BTC, I think would be ultimate opportunity for a little bit more risk on, and I would certainly be looking to hold that zone if you've maintained some risk on from them last 56, 57k lows. ETH, similar levels. If you can wick below 3.5k, that's going to be really, really good. And as I say, if you are struggling with price action and volatility, go and check out the Academy. Links on this video, links on my Twitter feed as well. When you can read the data well, okay, there's no other way, okay? As I say, I hate repeating this, but I could see a lot of people saying long your longs last week. Some, you know, some big profile players in the market saying long your longs last week, expecting the breakout just because we've hit that range high 4 or 5 times. I appreciate that, but the recipe wasn't ready. I don't think the recipe was there. We need to go and collect some more bid. Right then, guys. Live in Discord later on. I'll drop a link for that on the socials. Join us there, and then we'll be live on YouTube on Thursday for a full breakdown of what we've seen. What does JPow give us in the market? Does he give us rate cuts? Okay, does he give us rate cuts? Maybe we'll get a bit of Dixie downwards pressure that is going to help with us. We'll see. Join us there. Cheers, guys. Speak soon.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?